Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We're joined by Chris Hervishon from SOAR. Tell us what that stands for and tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So it stands for Strategic Operational Accounting Resources. It's a sole proprietor CPA firm, me being the sole proprietor. And I specialize in outsourced accounting for small businesses as well as tax prep for small businesses and individuals. And basically the whole thing is to give small business owners time, money, and freedom. Time and money because it helps them grow their business, and then the freedom that comes from that.
Yeah, everybody needs a little bit more freedom these days.
Yep.
So you have a very diverse career background. Tell us a little bit about that and then how you got here.
Sure. So believe it or not, I started out as a golf pro, and that lasted about 5 minutes, which is how I'm here. So went into forensic accounting after that for a few years, and then into corporate accounting, ranging from the Fortune 20 company to what's basically a startup. Did that for about 7 years, got my CPA, and I've had this part-time accounting practice as long as I've been a CPA, which is also 7 years. And it got to the point where it grew and grew, and it either had to grow more or go away, and so decided to do it full-time. So
Wonderful.
Here I am.
Yeah, here you are.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between forensic accounting and what you're currently doing?
Sure. So corporate accounting, which is kind of where the biggest part of my background comes from, is more about preparing the books for larger organizations, right? Forensic accounting is a wide range of things. I specialized in insurance claims. So say you had a fire, flood, things like that. So you'd have damage to your property, and what I would do is I would audit those insurance claims for the insurance carrier. And then also you'd have potentially loss of business income.
Yeah.
And so I would help to audit those claims as well.
Gotcha. So that gives you a whole different, it brings a lot to what you're currently doing, that kind of breadth of background.
Right. So I've seen a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
Everything from fintech to casinos to marketing agencies to large banks. And I've seen the variety, right, over the course of my career, and
Sure.
seen what works and what doesn't. And so when I started this practice full time, I had a pretty clear idea of how I could help my clients and what good looks like.
Absolutely. And so here, is there sort of a trend of businesses that you help here, or is it sort of all different varieties?
It's pretty varied. It's pretty varied. If it skews any way, it's maybe toward real estate investors, property managers, that sort of thing. But my current client list is pretty broad.
Pretty diverse.
Uh-huh.
Is there a particular need that you find here in the Low Country?
That's kind of where the real estate thing comes from. Real estate, especially the rental market.
Yeah.
Investors, there's pretty prevalent. I'm seeing a lot of that come in the first couple of months here that I've been in business.
Yeah.
But I've got a very broad client base from all over the place, really.
Sure. And we have a variety of different businesses through here, and I know we have a lot of support for local businesses and small business owners.
Right. Exactly.
Is there anything that you could tell somebody who has a small business because I know that's an area when you have somebody artistic or they're really good at their particular area, but not so much with accounting. What kind of advice would you share?
The first thing that I tell every new client always is make sure you have a separate bank account. It sounds pretty trivial, but that's like the first thing, right? And it's something that you'd be surprised very commonly. There's a lot of commingling that happens.
Sure.
Which is fine.
Been there.
Yeah, right. So day one you're in business and you've got your one bank account and you're running all your business expenses through and your personal expenses, and it's fine, right? Well,
until it's not.
Yeah.
A
year later, you're trying to prepare a tax return, or somebody's trying to prepare it for you, or you're trying to prepare financial statements to go get a loan from a bank or something like that, and all of a sudden you're looking at a bank statement. Yeah. What's business, what's not? You have no idea.
So you help people get that stuff organized, which is essential.
Sure. So that's step one, right? And then we kind of figure out strategically where does the business need to go and what stage is it in. So step one generally is you need to grow revenue. So what I specialize in is putting together key predictive indicators, KPIs, in a dashboard, visual, on my website. So with your own login. So you log into your portal, you go and you'll see these key predictive indicators, and that's something that we will work on with the business to try to figure out what you should be tracking and move your business toward that.
Wonderful. Well, folks are going to want to be right in your pocket learning from you. I can tell you're very knowledgeable.
I hope so.
Very competent. So, Chris, thanks so much for being with us, and
Thank
get in
you.
touch with Chris.
Thank you.